Welcome to Art 6 Quarter 2 Lesson 1 Digital Painting Digital Art. Learning competency. Discuss that art processes, elements, and principles still apply even with the use of technology. Elements of design. Artists use the following tools to express their ideas: color, lines, shape and form, value, texture, and space. First, lines is a mark with greater length than width. Lines can be horizontal, vertical, or diagonal, straight or curved, thick or thin. Some characteristics are width, length, movement, pattern, and shading. Next is shape, is a closed line. Shapes can be geometric like squares and circles, or organic like freeform or natural shapes. And shapes are flat and can be expressed length and width. Forms are three-dimensional shapes expressing length, width, and depth. Balls, cylinders, boxes, and pyramids are forms. Characteristics are height, weight, thickness, and types are sphere, cone, cylinder, and cube. Space is the area between and around objects. Positive space is the object. Negative space is the voided area surrounding the object. Overlapping objects gives the illusion of space. Color is light reflected off objects. Color has three main characteristics. Hue, the name of the color such as red, green, blue, etc. Value, how light or dark it is. And intensity, how bright or dark. This is the color wheel, which consists of primary, secondary, and tertiary color. Next is value, the lightness or darkness of a color. Variations in value can create focal points and illusion of depth. Texture is the surface quality that can be seen and felt. Textures can be rough or smooth, soft or hard. Elements and principles in digital art. The different ways an artist uses the elements to create a unified work of art. Balance is a visual way. Designers use balance to create stability or equilibrium in a work of art, and balance can be affected by the size and value of an object. Symmetrical balance is achieved when all of the elements are of equal weight and are placed evenly on a page. Asymmetrical balance occurs when the objects on each side of the design are different. Asymmetrical balance can be achieved by skillful use of design. Elements include value, color, and texture. Radial balance occurs when all of the elements radiate out of the center. Emphasis is the part of the design that catches the viewer's attention, and usually the artist will make one area stand out by contrasting it with other areas. The area could be different in size, color, texture, shape, and etc. Movement is path the viewer's eyes takes through the work of art, often to focal areas. Such movement can be directed along lines, edges, shape, and color within the work of art. Repetition of lines and forms can create optical illusions that cause our eyes to see movement. Repetition is the repeating of an object or symbol all over the work of art. Proportion is the feeling of unity created when all parts, sizes, amounts, or number related well with each other. When drawing the human figure, proportion can refer to the size of the head compared to the rest of the body. Rhythm is created when one or more elements of design are used repeatedly to create a feeling of organized movement. Rhythm creates a mood like music or dancing to keep rhythm exciting and active. Variety is essential. Variety is use of several elements of design to hold the viewer's attention and to guide the viewer's eyes through and around the work of art. Unity is the feeling of harmony between all parts of the work of art, which creates a sense of completeness.
How are you today? I hope everyone is safe and healthy. I'm your virtual maestro Mincer V. Today we are going to create digital paintings similar with the masters, like Van Gogh, Amor Solo, etc. in terms of style, theme, etc. So let's get started. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to A. Applies concepts on the use of software in creating digital paintings. B. Creates a digital painting similar with the masters, like Van Gogh, Amor Solo, and many others in terms of style, theme, etc. C. Answers all the activity given. Brief introduction of our lesson. Digital painting is the process of painting on a tablet and creating artwork digitally on a computer. Just like a traditional painting, it is done through computer painting software that uses brushes. Digital painting is an emerging art form in which traditional painting techniques such as watercolor, oils, acrylic paints, etc. are applied using digital tools, by means of a computer, a graphics tablet and stylus, and software. Traditional painting is painting with a physical medium as opposed to a more modern style like digital. Digital painting differs from other forms of digital art, particularly computer-generated art, in that it does not involve the computer rendering from a model. The artist uses painting techniques to create the digital painting directly on the computer. Have you ever wondered just what digital paintings are? Look at the two pictures below. One of them is the oil on canvas painting, Self-Portrait, by the great impressionist Vincent van Gogh. The other one is its version, a state-of-the-art digital painting, by Tadao Serbe. Unlike Van Gogh, Tadao uses the computer, as a means to express himself artistically. Many people say Tadao's digital painting is exceptionally good. They also say that making one like it is only possible in the digital world. Look at the two paintings on the next slide. Observe each one's unique features. Can you now tell which one was painted digitally? How were you able to tell the difference? Do you find work done not with real-world brushes, but with the computer remarkable? Which one do you like better? Always keep in mind the following terms in order for you to understand the lesson. There are lots of digital painting software available in the market. These tools work well with a mouse, but are even better with a stylus or touch screen for direct control over your virtual brushes and pens. Some applications are open source and are free to download, GIMP. Others are preloaded in operating system, MS Paint. Microsoft Paint or MS Paint is a basic graphics/painting utility that is included in all the Microsoft Windows versions. MS Paint can be used to draw, color and edit pictures, including imported pictures from a digital camera for example. MS Paint is found in the Windows Start menu within the Accessories folder.
Let's watch the video tutorial in digital painting. What is GIMP? GIMP is free and open source raster graphic editor used for image manipulation and image editing, freeform drawing, transcoding between different image file formats, and more specialized tasks. GIMP is released under GPL 3.0 or later license and available for Linux, MacOS, and Microsoft Windows. What are the main windows of GIMP? GIMP Toolbox window can be subdivided into three parts: the menu bar with the file, extensions, and help menus, the tools icon, and the color, patterns, and brush selection icons. For your activity, create a digital painting similar with the masters in terms of style, theme, etc. For the materials, choose one of the three software in creating digital painting. Welcome to Art 6 Quarter 2 Lesson 2, Graphic Design Poster Layout. Learning competency. Discuss that art processes, elements, and principles still apply even with the use of technology.
At the end of this lesson, you should be able to apply skills in layouting and photo editing using new technologies, hardware, and software in making a poster. Number one principle of layouting is purpose and audience. Approach layout the same way that you do writing. Determine your audience, define your purpose, and communicate your message. When you are writing, you present information in a logical order, so do the same when you lay out. Next is organizing information. Photographs, pull quotes, text, and headlines should be organized. Next is getting their attention. Good design balances function with form, consistency with contrast, and places successful communication with the reader above all the other considerations. Think of layout as a jigsaw puzzle. Every piece fits together to make the whole. Another is balance. Balance is another word for concerns about symmetry and asymmetry. Symmetry provides stability and rest for the eye, while asymmetry creates tension and visual interest. Finding ways to create balance often depends on the piece. The fifth principle is alignment. Unify the appearance of your layout by aligning the elements. Next is repetition. Repetition without variety becomes monotonous, so use a photo or graphic to add interest. The repetitive elements create visual coherence, while the occasional incongruous element creates contrast, the visual spice. Then, emphasis. Use a hook to get the attention. Anything from an interesting photo or graphic to catch the eye. And the last principle of layouting is proximity. Place related elements in proximity and separate unrelated elements. Now let's come to the elements of layouting. Number one is the style sheet. The style sheet is one of the best features of electronic publishing. Attributes such as typeface, type size, and leading can be predefined, making the job of formatting your project quick and easy. The second one is organizing information. Photographs, pull quotes, text, and headlines should be organized. And the last element of layouting is layout tools. There are a variety of organizational tools that you should use to improve the look and readability of your layout.
Let us now start our lesson with unlocking of difficulties. Number 1 is layout. Layout is such an important part of making a poster. It is a way in which text or pictures are set out on a page. Number 2 is photo editing. Photo editing is the changing of images. These images can be digital photographs, illustrations, prints, or photographs on film. Number 3 is computer software, or often called as software. It is a set of instructions and its associated documentations that tells a computer what to do or how to perform a task. Number 4 is scanning. Scanning is absolutely essential to digital painting. This helps to digitize the artwork. This is useful in the texture like real canvas and watercolor to make texture supports or patterns which you can apply as backgrounds for your paintings. Number 5 is GIMP or GNU Image Manipulation Program. This is a powerful and versatile software that can be used to create beautiful digital painting and digital posters. And number 6 is poster. Poster is a kind of a placard or announcement that has its goal, which is the communication of information through words and pictures or symbols. Now, let us explore by studying the 4 main points in using GIMP. Number 1 is changing the size or dimension of an image scale. When you first open your image in GIMP, chances are that the image will be zoomed so that the entire image fits in your canvas. The thing you notice for this example is that by default the window decoration at the top of the GIMP will show you some information about the image. Notice that the information at the top of the window shows the current pixel dimensions of the image. In this case, the pixel size is 1225 by 1280. To resize the image to new dimensions, we need only to invoke the Scale Image dialog. In the Scale Image dialog, you will find the place to enter new values for width and height. For example, if you knew that you wanted your image to have a new width of 600px, you can enter that value in the width input and the height will automatically change to maintain the aspect ratio of the image. As you can see, entering 600px for the width automatically changes the height to 627px. If you want to specify a new size using a different type of value or other than pixel size, you can change the type by clicking on the px spinner. Once you are done scaling the image, don't forget to export the changes you've made or file export. Number 2 main point in using GIMP is changing the size or file size of JPEG. You can also modify the file size of the image when exporting it to a format like JPEG. JPEG is a lossy compression algorithm, meaning that when saving images to the JPEG format, you will sacrifice some image quality to gain a smaller file size. As you can see, even at a quality setting of 80, the image is significantly smaller in file size or in 77% size reduction, while the image quality is still quite reasonable. When you finished any image modifications you are doing and are ready to export, simply invoke the Export Image dialog. You can now enter a new name for your file here. When you're ready to export the image, just hit the Export button. This will then bring up the Export Image as JPEG dialog, where you can change the quality of export. From this dialog, you can now change the quality of the export. When you are happy with the results, hit the Export button to export. Number 3 main point in using GIMP is crop an image. Cropping is just an operation to trim the image down to a smaller region than what you started with. The procedure to crop an image is straightforward. You can either go to the crop tool through the tools palette, or you can access the crop tool through the menus, or tools transform and tool crop. Now, you can left-click anywhere on your image canvas and drag the mouse to a new location to highlight an initial selection to crop. And the last main point in using GIMP is rotate or flip an image. If you want to flip your image, the transform menu offers two options, flip horizontally or flip vertically. This operation will mirror your image along the specified axis or image transform. Image rotation from transform menu is constrained to either 90 degrees, clockwise or counterclockwise, or 180 degrees. Let's now have your activity. Make your own digital poster. In this activity, you will develop an own poster applying the skills in layouting and photo editing using new technology, and establish the relationship between images, text, and ideas in creating a powerful and persuasive poster. The materials for this activity are personal computer and GIMP application. These are the steps and procedures in making your own digital poster. Number 1, open your GIMP, create a new layer, and insert the background you want to use. A textured image or flat background will do. Number 2, create a new layer for each of the objects or elements you will include in your poster. Import, scan your image and or photograph in the computer. Save the image as a file. Number 3, retrieve the image and or photograph it. Insert it on the layer that you want to use. Color the image, enhance, resize, move image according to the layout or concept that you have in mind. Number 4, insert your text. Use the text and type tool from your toolbar to create and place text in the pictures. Click on the picture with the type tool and select a box the size of the area you want to add text. Type in the box, then adjust the size of the text box. And finally, print your finished poster.
Let's watch the video tutorial of graphic design or poster layout.
Child labor. So we are using the software GIMP. We can open that software, applications, then graphics, then GIMP image editor. Already you have learned how the image editing software GIMP can be used to prepare a cover page, logo, etc. And now we are going to prepare a poster using this software, and we want to arrange the canvas first. Go to File, then New, and here opens a window, create a new image. And here two options are there. One is selecting a template, the other is giving proper width and height for our canvas. And here you can see some templates, 640 into 480, 800 into 600, and such templates are there, A4, A3, A5 sizes are there. And if you want to give a proper size here, you can give that here 640 pixel width and 400 pixel height. So we select this one, then click on OK. And now the canvas is ready. And the next step is to color this canvas or this background. And we're going to give this background a gradient color. So this tool, that means the blend tool, can be used. And we have to decide which are the colors that we are using. So here you can see the foreground color and the background color. And here we have to select which colors are to be used for this blending tool. And I select the foreground color here, then another color as background color, and click on OK. Then take this tool and just click here and drag like this. And here we have got this background with gradient fill. Arrange pictures on the canvas. So we open the pictures that we have already collected and saved in a folder. So I click here, File, then Open. Here in Home folder, in Students Work Name, Name Tel, I have these two pictures that can be used for preparing this poster. And click on Open. Here, we want to add this logo or yellow into our poster, and we need only this portion, the white color area. So we can select this tool. We can use this Select by Color tool for selecting only this white area. So click here, then click on white surface, and we are going to copy this one, edit, copy, then go to our canvas, then edit, and then paste. You can see it is on a floating layer now. Let me click on this anchor tool. This picture will be fixed into the background. And then what will happen? Let's see. Now this picture is in the background. If we are going to move this picture, what will happen? The background will also be moving. So here we have to understand that whenever we are adding a picture or image or any object to this canvas, we can add that into a new layer so that we can edit that layer freely. So we are going back. We are doing undo anchor floating selection. Remember, we copied this from the picture and we have pasted this. So we have to fix this portion to a new layer. So we click on layer to new layer. Now this is pasted into a new layer, and now when we are moving this layer, it does not harm background. Then we can use this scale tool to resize this picture. Click on this tool and click here this object. Then we can arrange and click on scale. Now we are going to add another picture. File, open, and we can take this image, then click on open. Then I select this darker area only, so I use this select by color tool, then edit, copy, then here edit, paste. So using this scale tool we can arrange this picture, we can resize it, then using the move tool bring that into this canvas. I arrange this picture size once more and click on scale, then here we are going to paste this image into a new layer, so we click on layer to new layer. Here we want to resize this logo once more. So I take the scale tool and rearrange its size, then click on scale. Then we want to add a logo into this poster. For example, say no to child labor. Here we go to File, then Create, then Logos, and we take one logo style from here. I take this 3D outline and we type here, say child labor. Okay, then click on OK. Here we can see these 3 layers, and clicking on this eye icon we can see the difference. So we need only this visible part to be added to the canvas. The facility to copy all the layers that are visible in a logo is available here in GIMP. So we can use that facility, edit copy visible. That means what is visible here can be copied. Then here we go to edit and paste, and we can resize it, then scale using the move tool. We can arrange this one. This logo also can be added to a new layer, so we click on layer to new layer. So as we know, GIMP is the graphic editor that includes many tools which help in image editing. Let us learn about some of these tools later. Okay, thank you. For more videos,
For your activity, create an advertisement, commercial, or announcement poster. Materials for creating poster layout. Software: GIMP open source for laptop and desktop PC. Software: MS Publisher, Windows for laptop and desktop PC. Thank you. See you next quarter. Bye.